The peaceful transfer of power is a hallmark of American democracy. It signifies the stability and resilience of the nation's political system, where leadership changes hands without conflict or turmoil. With every new president comes a new administration. This transition is not just about a change in leadership, but also about a shift in policies, priorities, and vision for the country. President-elect Donald Trump faces a monumental task. He must navigate the complexities of governance and steer the nation through both domestic and international challenges. He must fill thousands of government positions. These roles are critical for the functioning of the federal government, and each appointment carries significant weight. The process of selecting the right individuals is intricate and demanding. It involves careful consideration of qualifications, experience, and alignment with the administration's goals. These appointments will shape his presidency. The individuals chosen will influence policy decisions and the direction of the administration. They will impact the lives of all Americans. From healthcare to education, from economic policies to social justice, the decisions made by these officials will resonate across the nation. Trump's cabinet selections are particularly important. The cabinet is composed of the heads of the executive departments and other key officials. These individuals will lead the executive branch. They will be responsible for implementing the president's agenda and ensuring that the federal government operates efficiently. They will advise the president on crucial matters. Their expertise and counsel will be vital in shaping the administration's policies and responses to various issues. From foreign policy to national security, their decisions will have far-reaching consequences. The stability and safety of the nation depend on their judgment and actions. Their roles extend beyond the borders of the United States. In international summits and discussions with military leaders, they will represent the country's interests and negotiate on its behalf. The nation watches closely as Trump assembles his team. The media scrutinizes each appointment, and the public eagerly awaits the formation of the new administration. The selection process has been met with a mix of anticipation and anxiety. Each nominee undergoes rigorous vetting and confirmation hearings, where their qualifications and past actions are examined. The public's reaction is varied. Some are hopeful and excited about the new direction, while others are cautious and concerned about the potential changes. Trump's supporters are eager for change. They believe he will bring a fresh perspective to Washington and address issues that have long been neglected. His promises of economic revitalization, stronger borders, and a more assertive foreign policy resonate with many. However, his critics worry about his lack of government experience. They question the qualifications of some of his nominees and fear that inexperience could lead to missteps. They question the qualifications of some of his nominees. The debate over their suitability for high office is intense, with both sides presenting strong arguments. Each nominee's hearing is a critical moment. It is an opportunity for them to demonstrate their competence and for the public to gauge their potential impact on the administration. The cabinet is a group of advisors. They are appointed by the president. Each member heads a different executive department. These departments are responsible for carrying out the laws and policies of the federal government. The cabinet plays a vital role in shaping the direction of the country. The Secretary of State is responsible for foreign policy. The Secretary of Defense oversees the military. The Attorney General enforces the law. These are just a few of the crucial roles that Trump must fill. Trump's choices will reveal his priorities. They will signal his approach to governing. Will he choose experienced politicians, or will he opt for outsiders who share his vision? Senator Marco Rubio is a potential candidate for Secretary of State. Rubio is a Republican from Florida. He is known for his foreign policy expertise. He served on the Senate Foreign Relations Committee. Rubio is a controversial figure. He is a staunch critic of the Castro regime in Cuba. He has taken a hard line on immigration. Some believe he would bring a hawkish approach to foreign policy. Others argue that Rubio is a pragmatic choice. They point to his experience on the world stage. They believe he would be a capable diplomat. Trump's decision on Secretary of State will have significant implications for America's relationships with other countries. It will influence the country's approach to global challenges. Pete Hegseth is a well-known Fox News commentator. He is also a veteran of the Iraq War. However, he has no prior experience in government roles. Trump is reportedly considering him for the position of Secretary of Defense. Hegseth's potential nomination has sparked significant outrage. Critics question his qualifications. They point to his lack of experience managing a large, complex organization. Hegseth's supporters, however, defend his candidacy. They believe his extensive military background makes him highly qualified. They argue that he would bring a much-needed fresh perspective to the Pentagon. The Secretary of Defense is a critical and influential position. The person in this role is responsible for the safety and security of the entire nation. Trump's choice will undoubtedly have a profound impact on the military. Section 5. Mike Lee at Justice, upholding the law or pushing an agenda. Senator Mike Lee is a Republican from Utah. He has served in the U.S. Senate since 2011, representing the interests of his constituents with a strong conservative voice. Known for his articulate speeches and unwavering stance on key issues, Lee has become a prominent figure in national politics. He is a constitutional lawyer. With a deep understanding of the U.S. Constitution, Lee has built his career on interpreting and defending this foundational document. His legal expertise is often highlighted in his legislative work, where he emphasizes the importance of adhering to constitutional principles. He is a potential candidate for Attorney General. This role would place him at the helm of the U.S. Department of Justice, overseeing federal law enforcement and ensuring that justice is administered fairly across the nation. Lee is a staunch conservative. His political philosophy is rooted in limited government, individual liberties, and free market principles. He often aligns with conservative icons and participates in events that promote these values. He is a critic of big government. Lee frequently speaks out against what he perceives as government overreach, advocating for a reduction in federal power and an increase in state and local autonomy. He supports limited government intervention in the economy. Lee believes that a free market economy with minimal government interference is the best way to promote innovation, economic growth, and individual prosperity. Some worry that Lee's conservative ideology would influence his decisions as Attorney General. Critics argue that his strong political beliefs might lead to biased enforcement of laws, potentially prioritizing conservative agendas over impartial justice. They fear he would use his position to advance a partisan agenda. Concerns have been raised that Lee might leverage the power of the Attorney General's office to further Republican goals, rather than maintaining a nonpartisan stance. Others believe that Lee is a principled conservative who would uphold the rule of law. Supporters argue that his commitment to constitutional principles would guide his actions, ensuring that he enforces laws fairly and without prejudice. They argue that he would be a fair and impartial Attorney General. His track record, they say, demonstrates a dedication to justice and an ability to separate his personal beliefs from his professional responsibilities. The Attorney General is the top law enforcement official in the country. This position carries immense responsibility, including overseeing federal prosecutors, guiding national law enforcement policies, and representing the United States in legal matters. The person in this role must be committed to upholding the Constitution. Ensuring that all actions taken by the Department of Justice are in line with constitutional mandates is crucial for maintaining the rule of law and protecting citizens' rights. Section 6. Noem at Homeland Security, a focus on border control. Governor Kristi Noem is a Republican from South Dakota. She is a strong supporter of Trump's immigration policies. She is a potential candidate for Secretary of Homeland Security. Noem is a vocal critic of illegal immigration. She has called for increased border security. She supports stricter enforcement of immigration laws. Her potential nomination signals Trump's commitment to cracking down on illegal immigration. It suggests that border security will be a top priority for his administration. The Secretary of Homeland Security oversees a vast department. It is responsible for protecting the country from terrorism, natural disasters, and other threats. Section 7. Beyond the cabinet influential figures in the Trump administration. In this section, we will delve into the key figures who, while not part of the official cabinet, will still play crucial roles in shaping the policies and direction of the Trump administration. In addition to the cabinet, there are numerous other important positions that Trump must fill. These roles, though not as publicly visible, are essential for the smooth functioning of the administration. They include advisors, directors, and special assistants who will work closely with the president. These individuals will not be part of the cabinet. However, their influence cannot be underestimated. They will be the ones behind the scenes, crafting strategies, advising on critical decisions, and ensuring that the president's vision is implemented effectively. However, they will still wield significant influence. Their expertise and counsel will be pivotal in navigating the complex political landscape and addressing the myriad challenges that the administration will face. Susie Wiles is a longtime Trump advisor. Known for her strategic acumen and deep understanding of political dynamics, she has been a trusted confidant of Trump for years. Her role in the administration is expected to be substantial, particularly in areas related to campaign strategy and public relations. She's expected to play a key role in the White House. Her experience and insights will be invaluable in shaping the administration's approach to both domestic and international issues. Elon Musk, the CEO of Tesla and SpaceX, is rumored to be under consideration for a position related to technology and innovation. Musk's visionary approach to technology and his track record of groundbreaking achievements make him a compelling candidate for a role that could drive the administration's tech and innovation agenda. John Ratcliffe, a Republican congressman from Texas, is a potential candidate for Director of National Intelligence. With his background in law and his experience in Congress, Ratcliffe is seen as a strong contender for this critical position, which oversees the nation's intelligence community. These are just a few of the many appointments that Trump will make in the coming weeks. Each of these individuals brings a unique set of skills and perspectives to the table, and their contributions will be crucial in shaping the administration's policies and priorities. The individuals chosen for these positions will shape the direction of the Trump administration. Their decisions and actions will have far-reaching implications, influencing everything from economic policy to national security. They will influence policy decisions that will impact the lives of all Americans. The stakes are high, and the choices made in these appointments will play a significant role in determining the success and legacy of the Trump administration. As we move forward, it will be essential to keep a close eye on these influential figures and the roles they play in shaping the future of the nation. Section 8. A transition of power from Biden to Trump. The transition of power from one administration to the next is a complex process. Outgoing President Joe Biden has pledged to cooperate with the Trump team. His administration is working to ensure a smooth handover. Cabinet secretaries and other high-ranking officials are preparing briefing materials. They are making themselves available to answer questions from their successors. The goal is to ensure continuity of government. Despite the best efforts of both sides, transitions can be bumpy. There are often disagreements about policy. There can be tensions between incoming and outgoing staff. The success of the transition will depend on the willingness of both sides to work together. It will require a shared commitment to the peaceful transfer of power.